Welcome back to our second episode of Fintech Happy Hour. I'm delighted again to be joined by our partners in crime, QuickFee and Bruce Coombes in particular. How are you, Bruce?
Very well, thanks, Steve. Good to be here again. The weeks fly by. It's been a week since we did this, and they just fly by. This is great.
And what are you sipping on today, Bruce?
Well, I can do a little bit of product placement for you today, Steve. I've got a beer here, and I want to assure everybody that this may be a surprise for some of them that actually know me, but I've actually gone with the Heineken Zero. It is absolutely outstanding.
How much are they paying you?
They're going to pay for my haircuts for the rest of my life. Yeah.
Well, speaking of hair, every time I look in the video that the weeks go by, it gets grizzlier. I know you don't have that same problem, Bruce, but it's rough. I'm sure a lot of people viewing will be in the same boat. But I'm on the hard stuff myself today, a black coffee. But we're here today, Bruce, to talk about our 5 favorite companies and startups for accountants and their clients in Australia. I know you have quite a bit of experience of the accounting industry going back decades now, and I'm sure it's changed an awful lot. But competition to win accounting clients is getting, our accounting space is getting fiercer and fiercer. We see that at Swoop there, with accountants being the gatekeepers, the small business, and really being the confidants. We are finding that they're getting a huge amount of attention from sales teams, from the various tech vendors that are in the market. So I thought today we'd cut through the crap and give some really solid recommendations of companies that we've encountered, both at QuickFee and at Swoop. I suppose the first question for you is, how over the last few years have you seen accountants embrace technology and the technology coming into the market for accountants?
Oh, look, Steve, one of the greatest changes that's happened in the accountants world is cloud. The shift to cloud, of course, has been enormous. Your ability to work on a file anywhere, anytime, the ability to work on a client matter at the client's premises, during lockdown, at the office, at the beach, all that's been an enormous change for the accounting profession. So it's no surprise that maybe one of the first products I might mention is Xero. Like, goodness me. I mean, Xero just wasn't there, pretty much wasn't there 10 years ago. So the sheer embracing of that solution, but not just by accountants, but by their clients, has been transformational. You think about going through lockdown without being able to see how your business is performing. Xero has been fantastic for accountants and for their clients.
Yeah, it's undoubtedly been huge here in Australia in particular, of what they've been able to do to transform the industry against the likes of many of the other cloud accounting providers. But one thing that's run through, obviously a bit of research for who I'd recommend, every single one of the companies that I looked at have one thing in common, and that they all have plugins to cloud accounting providers like Xero. For me, coming off the back of that, one in particular sticks out for me, and we've worked very closely here with the Swoop, is another partner in crime for us is Futurely. I would love to highlight them, what they're able to do, not only for accountants and able to save their clients money by analyzing their Xero plugins, by analyzing the cash flow, by saying here's a gap here, you're looking strong here, and then helping them really, I suppose, plug that gap. So they would never be able to do that through Xero. And it's one that when we speak to accountants, when we speak to Futurely, time and time again, they say how well that works for both the accountant, but also then passing on to the customer, who can then do their own cash flow analysis themselves. So it enables everybody, and it's just one that I really wanted to highlight it for me for cash flow.
Yeah, mate, you're right. So I think the way Futurely enables the accountant to have a visual conversation rather than a spoken one, showing the impact. A fantastic product, mate. Fantastic.
And what about yourself, Bruce? Is there any others? I suppose you talked about Xero. Is there any up and coming upstarts or tech coming on in the last few years that you've seen?
Yeah, I thought about the question, in the lead up to this, and I thought it's not all about tech. The accountant's job is to interpret what comes from that tech, whether it's Futurely, whether it's the Xero General Ledger, whatever. There's a report there, spotlights, whatever it might be, and the accountant then interprets that. It's like a translator of that, and that translates into a need to change their sales and marketing, recommending HubSpot, whatever it might be, or recommending Swoop, getting the client to understand there is a range of government grants, there's a range of expense saving opportunities, there's a range of finance opportunities that can be better prescribed when you're using the right analytical tools in the first place. So I actually put you guys on my list, Steve, and unashamedly, I've got Swoop on the list because this is something. If you look at what the accountants in the UK and Ireland have done with Swoop, the accountants in Australia have now got that same opportunity. And I unashamedly say, if you guys are endorsed by the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales, now that is, we all know it's a conservative organisation. To have that endorsement and now be in Australia, accountants should pay attention to this.
Well, I can't confirm for everybody that we didn't pay as much as Heineken did for that product placement today. I can't confirm that, but thanks very much for that recommendation, Bruce. No, I wholeheartedly agree, and we're really excited to be entering the Australian market. And we've already worked with a number of fantastic accountants who we've been able to help their clients get access and cut through that noise for whether it's a grant, whether it's equity investment opportunity, or an invoice finance loan. So it's great. I suppose maybe another one I'll highlight that in terms of the accountancy market, what I've been really taken back with was a company called Practice Ignition. Yeah. And I know they're also doing great things in the US and in the UK by just really taking a mundane task of sending your clients proposals, which I'm sure can be taking a lot of time out of accountants' diaries, making it seamless and allowing their program to follow up, but also presenting it in a fantastic way. You know, the presentation that they provide for those proposals going out to clients is just second to none. And I know it just is a complete time saver. And again, able to plug into the likes of Xero, QuickBooks, MyUp, and ultimately getting them paid quicker, which I know is something that's very close to you, Bruce, and which will make follow on from that recommendation for my maybe last recommendation, and it is all about payments. Accountants love getting paid. Accountants love seeing their clients get paid. And if there's a technology that allows them to do that, allows your clients to have a better customer experience when paying a bill, then that's a game changer in my mind, and that kind of leads me to you guys. You know, providing that specialist service for accountants that allows their clients to get paid in 1, 2, 3, 4 installments, but allowing them to obviously get the funds and invest it and know what's coming in and know that you're taking care of it and the client's taking care of it. It's just huge. And I know the growth that you've been having in accountants over the last 10 years has just been phenomenal. So definitely, again, like yourselves, I didn't receive any money for that recommendation, but I have worked really close to you guys, and it just seems like a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, thank you. That's very kind, Steve. It's interesting, like what you say around Practice Ignition and removing that routine process of getting rid of getting the engagement letter out the door, getting a proposal out the door, and then enabling the client to electronically sign that, especially in these times. You know, that's it's, you know, what do they say? You know, you'll improve a business 100% by taking 100 things 1% better. And if you can make it easier for clients to sign up to a proposal, it's going to be better for the accountant, better for the client. And there's a company out there that's been around as longer than us, you know, at least as long as us, if not longer. And that's the guys at Business Fitness, and they provide a product called How Now, and it literally takes those standardized documents, the same as Practice Ignition is taking your proposal and making it a standard. It just takes whether it's your FBT work paper, a way to do your consolidated reports or anything in between. That's a great product. You're bringing on new people. And you've got a standard process to follow. It makes people productive faster, etc., etc.
It's funny, like you talk about those guys. We talked about Practice Ignition, and the common theme is like it's not very. It could be seen as a boring task, but it's so simple that it's just, what do they say? The best ideas are the simple innovations. So and those two definitely fit in that bracket. I think I'll finish up, but there's one
Yep.
more. I think we actually might have went over a few, but there's some fantastic tech out there, so
Yeah.
we wanted to get across them. But it's a brand new company in Australia, and we've been really lucky to work already with them to help some of their clients with their finance needs. And it's a company called Patron. They recently completed their 4.35 million seed round, and what do they do? Again, they automate things. They make things easier. They make processes simpler. So it allows you to connect in your cloud accounting software, your client's cloud accounting software, and automate invoice processing. Who likes dealing with invoices? Who likes reconciling invoices? Very few people. Patreon do that, but they also then allow you to handle those international invoices, international payments, FX payments, all in one platform. So maybe I'll finish on their one to watch for accountants and for your clients in particular.
Absolutely. I've actually met the Patron guys too, Stephen. Very, very impressive. Like I said, you're solving just a problem that's just annoying. So take away that static, that friction in business, and let the business owner do what they went into business to do.
No, 100% agree, Bruce. And I'll maybe finish on one thing I wanted to sneak in there at the very end. You have a huge experience in the accounting industry. What sectors in particular for accountants who might tune in or might listen to this today, what sector of the accountant industry is most ripe for disruption over the next few years to watch out for?
I would say anything which is routine. Anything, like if you look at products like Class Super, BGL 360, where the data is all flowing in and automatically matching itself with activity on the other side of a transaction, similar to what Xero does. Any of that routine activity will go. A computer can do a routine process better than any human will. Humans are fantastic at judgment, even assessing emotional engagement. But if it's routine, it's gone. It's just gone. And well, you know, Steve, from the UK, the vast majority of individuals do not lodge a tax return in the UK. Exactly the same in New Zealand. If you've got a business revolving around filling in forms, I'm not quite sure how long that one's going to last.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope we see more disruption as possible from a personal point of view as well.
Yeah.
But no, thanks very much for joining us again. Cheers to you, Bruce, to your product placement there.
A bit of product placement.
Thanks, Bruce.
Thanks, Steve. See you, mate. Bye.